Jeff from Texas. Good evening, Jeff.
Good afternoon. Thanks for taking my call.
Sure. What's your question?
I had a question about the honors products that you mentioned earlier about finishing feed and starting feed. I do show lambs, and we just showed at the Houston show, and we had too much cover. My lamb had gotten a little bit too fat, and we couldn't get it worked off of him. How do you suggest, or what products do you suggest? Because when I go to the feed store, they just have the blue Honor Lamb Show feed, and that's it. Are there any other products, or how do you get the products, or what products were you mentioning earlier?
There are a couple other products, Jeff. There's one is well, there's 3 or 4 products. One is the Show Lamb Starter. It's a 20% protein. It's more of a creep feed for breeders. Then there's the Show Lamb Grower itself. That's an 18% feed, and then there's the Show Lamb Grower 15%, which is a very high energy feed, and that feed is meant for lambs under heavy exercise to keep flesh on the lambs. There's one other product in the Show Lamb lineup. You can feed it actually to any species. It's safe for lambs. There's no copper in it, and that is Honor Champion Drive Top Dress. And that product will help keep the lamb fairly trim. It won't peel fat off in a hurry, but what it does do is condition the lamb, and it puts shape in the top, in their muscle, in their LD muscle, and down their top. It does a great job at doing that.
Clay, any advice?
Yeah, and that really covers the nutritional aspect, and I think, again, we need to remember that nutrition is absolutely critical, and then really in Texas especially, it's a very competitive state, so those lambs really do have to look like athletes when they go into the ring, so there has to be some level of exercise along with the correct nutritional program to really maximize those lambs at the end.
Good advice.